Scooping out buckets of rationed water has become a way of life for people in some of the poorest areas of Mexico City. In the sprawling neighborhood of Itzalapa, many families receive just 2 barrels a week from the local government. That gives each person in Cristina Alfaro's house just 6 liters of water a day. The average Mexico City resident uses 46 times more.
I have school-aged children and sometimes there isn't enough water to wash their uniforms, but then they can't go to school. So sometimes we have to buy bottled water just to be able to wash clothes. It's incredibly tough.
As taps run dry, families here have been forced to become experts in conservation and recycling. Dishes are washed just once every few days, and every drop of gray water is reused. But residents of this community are not the only ones who are suffering. Across Mexico City, more than 2 million people have been hit hard by the water shortages. And as the city continues to expand and aquifers are further depleted, this crisis is set to grow. Twice weekly government water deliveries provide some relief, but they can't compensate for aging infrastructure and pipes. They leak 40% of the city's water. That's around 6,000 liters per second. Environmental activists say it's a crisis government leaders have failed to address.
The local governments are more concerned about winning votes and staying in power. They don't invest in the kinds of infrastructure that are needed, like pipes which go underground so they aren't very visible.
The head of the local water authority admits much more needs to be done.
If something extraordinary happens, like an earthquake or a drought brought about by climate change, then that could generate a crisis in which millions of people could have frequent problems with their water service, and that's not an easy problem to solve.
Solutions are difficult, but without a long-term strategy, scenes like this could become much more common. The fundamental right to water that Cristina says should be guaranteed for all. David Mercer, Al Jazeera, in Mexico City.